Hey class, this is your virtual classroom week 5 submission. So I am creating some video content since unfortunately I can't be online tonight at our usual time. I wanted to record some content for you about what we would be speaking about tonight so that you can watch the video and then post a quick summary in your gradebook submission for the virtual classroom time. I will also be offering a virtual classroom this Saturday at 7 a.m. as another opportunity to make up any virtual classroom time if you haven't been able to attend just due to schedule conflicts or whatever the case may be. So let's get started. I'm going to just briefly summarize some key points throughout the course that we would talk about in our classroom time. So we've talked about content strategy throughout the course, and I just want to highlight what that is and what that's really talking about. Content strategy is the planning, development, and management of content. And that really can be written, it can be video, it can be a blog, or any other type of really media that you're putting out there. You're planning it, you're making it strategic, you're also managing it. So that essentially is content strategy. It should be part of your marketing plan. You should actively be thinking about this, actively managing it, implementing it into your daily marketing, into your quarterly planning, whatever that might be. Search engine optimization is another key point that I want to talk about and ensure that you guys are comfortable with and aware of. So really, that is about increasing traffic to your website. You do that through making sure that there are keywords in your content, in your information on your website. You're linking things back to your sites. You're also making sure that you're actively putting up new materials. All of these things come together to help you show up in a search result. So when you do a Google search, for example, you're searching shoes, how far up on a Google search are you going to come? If you're on page 1, that's great. You need to be sort of at that top tier of page 1. If you're on page 2, 3, 4 of a Google result, it's less likely that that consumer, that client is going to find you in that search. So again, search engine optimization is about driving traffic to your site. It's about ensuring that you show up in a search that is relevant to your product or service, and that's also where keywords come in. Again, if we're talking about shoes, we're talking about such things as sneakers, leather, sports, whatever keyword may be used for your particular product or service, that needs to be put in there. And then also updating content regularly through posts, through videos, through links, other forms of engagement. Next, I want to talk about ethics, security, and privacy. Ethics in the marketing, e-commerce, online, that matters. How you're representing your product or service, how you are connecting and using your consumer information. Also security, you've used that, you've looked into that as part of your assignments and as your discussions. Are you keeping your consumer information secure? Are you updating your software programs so that the consumer feels secure? Are you sharing that information with the consumer? Does the consumer feel their information is secure? Are you capturing their credit card information and are you letting them know that that's going to be secure? Privacy as well. Are you sharing information and data that you're capturing from your consumer? Can you share that data? Should you share that data? So data sharing and data information is just another component of this very broad subject of the online environment for marketing. So again, be aware of this. Let me take a step back now that we've covered some of those key points: content strategy, search engine optimization, ethics, security, and privacy that we've covered throughout the weeks. be very clear about what e-marketing is and e-commerce. So e-marketing is really about using the internet for online-based technology. You're promoting your product and service through this. So that can be through the various platforms, through the various social media. As we mentioned in this week's discussion, we're looking at computer, we're looking at tablets, we're looking at phones. We are also looking at different types of social media, such as Facebook, blogs, Instagram. There's just a lot out there, and it all connects today more than ever. E-commerce is the actual commercial transaction. So this is where you are exchanging money for that product or service. That's e-commerce. So that's what we're talking about in this e-business environment, so to speak. E-marketing is different from traditional marketing in the sense that we are more focused on what's happening online. We're using different mediums, different platforms. There's some different stuff happening in this environment, and it's changing quickly. So your takeaways from the class, the things that I want you to leave with is just understand what's happening online. Understand how everything is linked together, from the initial engagement to the purchase to how you're capturing client information. Are you requesting that they give up, the client give you, or the customer? When I say client and customer, that's interchangeable based on business or personal. So are you asking someone to give up information in order to access data? That's a way to capture an email. Now you can connect with that consumer. Also, navigation. How easy is it to get around your site? How many clicks does it take to purchase an item? How are you managing your site? How are you managing your content? Do you have that baseline established of, I want 100 new Twitter followers by the next 3 months? And what are you doing to work to achieve that? So as you grow through social media, set those clear goals, establish clear baselines to measure them. This is important. That's part of the management. Also be aware of future and current trends. We talked about that in one of our discussions. As trends change, as social media changes, Facebook frequently updates its algorithms and its searches. Are you aware of this? Or are you outsourcing to a marketing agency or a marketing expert to take care of this for you? You have to find out what works for you. But again, asking these questions and just awareness of what's happening with trends out there, what's happening with consumers. The pandemic, COVID, has definitely influenced what's happening in the e-marketing and e-commerce world. Many businesses are forced to go online now, where before they may have been okay with just a brick and mortar store. But due to social distancing, there's more and more of a requirement to go online for safety and security. So again, just be aware of these trends, how it's impacting businesses, how it's impacting online transactions, online searches, all of that. So now that I've summarized some things, I'm just going to go over some final key points. We talked about terminology. We've talked about marketing, e-marketing versus traditional, buyer behavior in the marketplace. Understand how your buyer behaves online. What are they searching for? And this goes back to basic marketing. Identify your core client. Who is your target? What is their lifestyle? What do they purchase frequently? Why do they purchase that frequently? What is their income level, education level? You have an ideal client that you should be able to define for your product or service, and then understand how to connect with them online through social media. What are they on frequently? Is it at the end of the day, they're going on Facebook and they're connecting with friends and family? You have an opportunity to target them potentially. Are they going online in the morning to read the news or check an update on an Amazon delivery? just determine and understand sort of what that lifestyle is, what opportunities are for you to connect with that client at that best possible time offering a product or service. The tools and techniques that can be used online. One of the things that I mentioned earlier was a management tool called Hootsuite. There are software programs out there to help you manage and navigate social media, to manage content strategy, to manage all of this that you as a business are trying to connect with the consumer online. So be aware that there are other software tools to help you. Apply the marketing mix to e-marketing. You should be able to do this at this point. If you have any questions, do reach out to me. Also understand the ethical responsibilities of e-marketing. We've covered that. Thank you so much, class, for listening. And again, just write a 1 to 2, 3 sentence summary of this particular video for your virtual classroom week 5. If you also want to do a makeup session, you can again attend our session on Saturday at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I will send a link through Big Blue Button, and we can connect then as well. It's been a pleasure to have you in class. Thanks so much. And as always, if you have any questions at any time, do reach out to me right away. Take care. Thanks, class.